I want your idea on meditation. What do you think meditation is?
In my view, I feel meditation is everything you do is meditation.
Hmm.
In the sense that um, a lot of people say that I haven't got time to sit down and meditate.
Hmm.
Um, Meditation is about consciousness, how conscious you are in what you're doing.
Hmm.
Um, for instance, even when you're cutting vegetables,
Hmm.
you can be meditating to say, thank you, so gratitude. You're bringing gratitude with this meditation. So thank you, Mother Earth, for nourishing the land to be able to give me this food. Thanking the people who have taken the footsteps to bring that food to your table. So your gratitude is there. Again, it's that consciousness. Otherwise, we just like chop, 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 and you eat it. But I think what we're forgetting is a lot of time when we're doing the work, our mind is somewhere else, and we're just doing it or listening to music or something. But when you have that alertness and consciousness with what you're doing, it's meditation. Um, so after thanking the Mother Earth and that, so that's me gratitude, and then you take that gratitude forward. So for instance, when I chop vegetables, I'll be like, okay, whoever eats this food, I ask that anything that isn't serving that person well for their higher good is uh, healed, basically. So you're putting the healing in that food. So as you can see, you're creating a ripple effect by healing the energies of people who have brought that food to the table, and where it goes in ahead as well. So there's ripple effect in the sense of circle, all around the chopping of vegetables. So you're technically cutting the cords of any thoughts and any habits that aren't serving for the higher good of yourselves.
Yes.
So even while you're cleaning your house, as you're cleaning, you can have a mindful awareness that as I clean this tile or this table, I'm cleaning away any residual of any emotions in myself that I haven't healed. Because everything has a lingering effect. Even like your wounds and thought of pain we carry has a residual effect. This is why the planets retrograde. When they're retrograding, we are taken backwards to see, have you really healed from that pain that you felt? Like, for instance, everything happens for a reason. Life is only about a thought. All we are is a thought. Yeah? Because every belief you have about a person or about yourself is a thought. So thoughts are the main things that we need to heal, I feel. So for instance, when I was homeless, there was a time I was having just like 2 spoons of porridge a day, sometimes with water. And when I say this to people, they're like, oh my God, you poor thing, that must have been such a tough time for you. And I'm like, okay, so now let me put it this way. My body, I needed to detox my body, and for 1.5 months I went with 2 spoonfuls of porridge a day. They're like, wow, that's great. You see, the same scenario, but a twist of words. So now I can either sit with myself by saying, oh my God, my poor thing, I can't believe I was only living on 2 spoons of porridge and nobody helped me. Wow, not one person came and helped me. So that's me choosing to live in that pain and pity, But when I say that, that's all my body needed. And in reality, that's all my body needed because I'm still alive today.
So rather than grieving about the situation, accept it.
Yes.
And that's how you can heal.
Accept it with the empowerment of your own, not with the words of another.
Yes.
You know, not feeling like, oh, I must be hated, so nobody help me. No, they want men to help me. I literally, my family were going through their own things at the time, and I know deep down they felt that, you know, we didn't help my sister or we didn't help our family. And I said to them, I said, no, please don't feel that way because then you're putting karma on me. Yeah? I want you to be owning that, you know, we didn't help her because had you have helped, I would have had to go through my life journey again to be able to see that if a person is left alone in this world, in a world where they say the organizations are there to help, are they really helping? And you know, this exercise, if you helped me, I would have never gone in that situation where I needed to go and ask for help in temples or churches. But I did. When I went there, you know, the reality was far from any help. You know, I feel that they were taking advantage of someone's vulnerability. So if a child is put through whatever, they don't know that, oh, nobody's loving me, that's why I'm like this, or anything. You just go through the situation. I mean, there was one time I had to hide in a cupboard because I was staying at a friend's son where there was like not so good stuff going on there, you know, and there was guns involved and stuff. And I had to hide. I hid in a cupboard, and in my own mental state, now a lot of people will be scared because you're crammed up in a cupboard and because someone's going to shoot me and that. But I was in that mental state where I thought, oh, I'm playing hide and seek. So no fear will overtake the hide and seek in my mind. So I personally feel like when you're cleaning tables and all that, these emotions that keep coming back, they're only coming to revisit to say, have you really healed from it? So now I'm going to put you back in that situation. Are you going to be afraid, or are you going to deal with this situation in a different way? This is why we get retested, because life is a circle. And until we find the loving reason for any traumas we've been through, we will remain in that circle. We'll keep creating the same thing. I remember one lady I was speaking to, she's like, oh, I hate this person so much. She said, I'm just gonna, you know, I just want to shut them out of my life. I said, they will shut out of your life when you've learned what you need to learn from them. I said, and if you shut them out before, you're gonna create 10 more to come your way. She said, that's exactly what's been happening. She said, I push away one and 2 more comes. I went, well, there you go. So, you know, moving away from a person is not going to be the escapism. It's going to be accepting and learning. That will take you to the next circle.
Yes.
That's my belief.
You mentioned the ripple effect. Like, how do you define it, or what is ripple effect? Can you elaborate more?
Ripple effect is like every action you do. Like when you say put your finger in a still water, you know, it ripples out, right? So whatever we do in ourselves, so for instance, if I was to feed a beggar, what ripple effects am I creating? I'm creating, I mean, this is a sacred thing to do. Yet again, there is a darkness side of it, because everything has dark and light. So I'm feeding a beggar. So I'm creating that beggar to be dependent on me, Because tomorrow he'll think, okay, she'll give me again. The day after, what if one day I died and there's nobody else to give them food? Because then they wouldn't know how to find the food themselves. We're making them that helpless, you know. So I feel personally that when we create a ripple effect, it would be great that we find a solution for them to say, okay, you've got this little land, I'll help you buy the seeds and nourish this land so that you can grow your own crops. And that way they will be able to feed themselves every day than just relying on someone's handouts. So I hope I'm making sense. So seeing everything in the way that is empowering to another. It's like one lady, there was a time where I had if I had a lot of change, when I'm walking around in areas where there's like poverty, I will drop that change in different places. And one lady saw me doing that, and she said, why do you do that? And I said, because I said, when you give to someone, they feel obliged. But if they find it, then how happy they feel, like, you know, I found it. And that chromosome is within their mind is instilled with so much excitement that, oh, great, God, thank you, you know, I found this today. So which one is better, for me to hand you the money or for you to say, you know, I found it? So, I mean, there was a time I lost a gold earring, and someone's like, oh, whoever finds it, you know, wish them bad luck and everything. I said, why? Why? Because you've lost it, so accept it, and whoever it goes to, just let them have the blessings of it. You know, like things come to us, it has to go. And it went to the person that it's meant to. So wish them well. You know, but I think as a society, we've become like, oh, it was mine, and I should have it. But nothing is ours. Tomorrow we're dead, and then whose is it?
The ego.
It is ego. And not only ego, is the attachment. It's mine. You know, why does anything have to be mine? If I have something that, you know, serves you, your purpose, then I'm happy for you to borrow it or even give it to you if I'm not going to make any use of it. But we're shortening the value of things by, you know, saying, oh, these are my shoes or my best shirt. We keep it in the cupboards because we only wear it once or twice or even once in 5 years maybe, you know, for the special occasion. But in that meantime, it's rotting away. But we won't apart from it because I paid 1,000 rupees for this, I'm not giving it to anyone. And then the rats eat it. So where's the logic in that? If something you're not wearing, if you haven't used something for 3-4 months, you're never going to use it. Let someone else use it so that the value of that item can keep its value instead of just, you know, shut away and then it doesn't get to show its beauty. I'm much of a believer in that way, that if something is good for you, it served its purpose, let it serve a purpose for somebody else now. Don't be, when you're attached to things, that's when we start feeling pain. Oh, I lost an earring. It was meant to go, let it go. You know. In Buddhism, there's a great saying, attachment is a way of suffering. And it is. Because when someone loses a jewelry or something, how much pain they feel, how much anger they feel. What's the use? It's like when I was made homeless from UK. People are like, aren't you feeling like that's your home? I went, it was my home for the time that I needed that home. You know, and if it's no longer my home, that's fine too, because my home is the land.
The home served its purpose.
Yes. Like everything and every people that comes to serve the purpose, once it's gone, why hold on to it?
Hmm.
Holding on to thoughts that, oh, what am I going to do? I used to love this shower, and yeah, you loved it, and you know the universe gave you that luxury. But don't be too attached to it. Be prepared to go without it as well.
Hmm.